The Nebraska Wesleyan University Sports Network, in conjunction with 5 City TV and the Great Plains Athletic Conference, presents Prairie Wolves basketball.
Today is a GPAC matchup featuring the Broncos of Hastings College and the Nebraska Wesleyan University Prairie Wolves.
This game is made possible by Lincoln Electric System. It's your electricity, own it. Union Bank, you belong here. And Nebraska Wesleyan University. Now let's take you out to Snyder Arena.
It's time for GPAC basketball on the NWU Sports Network. Welcome to Snyder Arena. I'm Lucas Warman alongside Wade Tracy for tonight's matchup as the Hastings Broncos come to town to take on the red-hot Prairie Wolves. Two teams tied at 6 in the conference standing, trying to emerge in the quest for the GPAC postseason tournament. Tonight, to do that, Nebraska Wesleyan, they're going to have to come out and do what they always do, score 90 or more points lately.
Yeah, got to score 90. Last 3 games, most coaches would be happy with a team that averages 86 points a game, but they're 1-2 in that stretch. Score over 90, that's a good thing for them.
If they don't score over 90, they've done one thing well. It's here at home. They've played extremely well, especially this season here at Snyder Arena. It's been home, sweet home.
Yeah, last time we saw them here at home, they upset a ranked team in Midland. Played really, really well at home down the stretch. Except Hastings has played really, really well in this building.
And that's one of the keys for Hastings. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They need to continue their winning ways, though. They had a little rough stretch earlier in the season, lost 10 in a row.
Yeah, 10 in a row, but the last 5, 4 out of 5 have been wins for Hastings.
They've done very well here at Snyder Arena. They've almost made this their home away from home. They've really had the number of the Prairie Wolves lately.
Yeah, 9 of 10 in this building. That's not something you want to see from a visiting team coming in.
Some of the key players for Nebraska Wesleyan tonight. Trey Bardsley, you can't say enough about this kid. The reigning GPAC Player of the Week again, had a 40-point performance again. He's the January Division III Player of the Month, so he's a key for the Prairie Wolves. Also, Byron Thompson, maybe doesn't get some of the pubs some of the other players do, but he's averaging double digits. He's kind of the player that makes things go for Nebraska Wesleyan. For Hastings, as a pair of 6'4 forwards, Zach Lena along with Tobin Reinwald, and they're tough to contend with down there in the post. This should be a fun one. Hastings, Nebraska Wesleyan after this on the NWU Sports Network.
What excites me is being able to build something that isn't there. We're not about following the norm, we're about creating.
New concepts, they're always in the back of my head. The burger place that everybody wants it to be.
It just went crazy, but it wasn't at a point that we knew it could fully support a new adventure.
Sebastian's Table is everything I love about food. So Union Bank willing to take on a restaurant and give us a chance. We know there's always somebody there who will back us if we want to do something new.
We don't want to slow down. We're ready to keep rolling.
Starting lineups being announced here at Snyder Arena. There's Trey Bardsley, the reigning GPAC Player of the Week. Talked about him in the pregame. Great crowd on hand tonight for some intrastate rival basketball as Nebraska Wesleyan takes on the Hastings College Broncos. Hastings with a nice following across the way. Even Michelangelo's in the house. And some weird penguin. Should be a fun one tonight as Nebraska Wesleyan 7-9 in the GPAC, Hastings 7-9 in the GPAC. Nebraska Wesleyan under the direction of first-year head coach Dale Wellman. Second season for Bill Gavers, the head coach over at Hastings.
You know your program's trending up when it starts getting a little goofy in the arena.
That's right, the student section out there in full effect, and really one of the better crowds we've seen at Snyder Arena in the time we've been doing these games. Trey Bardsley led a come-from-behind charge the last time out. They beat Briarcliff 89-83. Briarcliff ranked 18th. The last 2 games at home, they took down number 8 and number 18. Ready to jump circle here. Drew Callahan from North Platte will jump it against Gieselman. And it's going to be controlled to Hastings. Bloom gives it up to Damian Austin. A lot of freshmen, 2 of them in this lineup. Callahan, Austin, fadeaway jumper up and in for Tobin Reinwald, the Lincoln High product. He's a senior. 2 seniors, Reinwald and Lana, and then a couple freshmen to go along with a junior. What a step back 3 is up, no good. Rebound taken by Reinwald.
And Hastings is going to try to get this crowd out of it real early.
Austin. Quick, although just 5'6". He ran a Kearney high attack for numerous years. Able to get his own shot, gives it up in the lane, lost it. Gieselman off him, stays there. I don't want to say Western Nebraska because I don't consider necessarily Kearney to be Western Nebraska, but you have Kearney, Minden, North Platte, all players from those schools in the starting lineup for the Broncos. Kick out, Austin for three, no good. Thompson with a rebound. Gives it up, Gieselman. Down the lane, wraparound pass, point blank, had it blocked. Great block there by Lena, excuse me. Bloom down the lane. He had it swatted. Nick Stein into the action. Bardsley to Thompson. In, out, and in again for Byron Thompson.
Just had to take the lid off the basket down there and for good measures.
Full court pressure. Last highest point total of the year for the Broncos was in a loss to Nebraska Wesleyan. Too much body that time by Gieselman, his first foul of the game. Underneath, not in the act of shooting. Take a look, they try to get it in. Going at him, falling away, bodied him up.
Probably the best defense Hastings can use is just be running the clock with the offense holding on to the ball, keeping Wesleyan from going down and scoring.
Deep three, no good. Battle for the board, last touch by the Broncos. Three to two, we've played just over 2 minutes. Little half-court set here from Nebraska Wesleyan. Reese has it. Stein crossover, nearly lost it, did lose it. Bloom took it away. Bloom, one man to beat, lays it up. He'll go to the line for a pair. Fouls on Blake Reese.
Reese just found himself in no man's land there in the one-on-one coming back.
Bloom, good strong take. First one's up and in for Carson Bloom.
Gotta value these chances down on this end if you're Hastings, going away from the student section.
Second half could be an adventure for the Broncos. Second one up and good. Bloom, 2 for 2.
From the line.
From the line, that's right. Thompson gives it off to Bardsley. Reese trying to get it down to Thompson and thought about that pass just one step too long. Austin dribbles in traffic. Kick out three. Bloom, no. Whistle and a foul. Goes against Carson Bloom of the Broncos. His first, team's first here. Take a look on the rebound. Push Thompson there early in the play. Coach Gaber's not necessarily a fan. He's talking it over with the official on the baseline. Reese to Thompson for three. It's short. Bloom with another rebound. So far early here, as Bloom just pulls and knocks it down. Bloom has 5 of the 7 for Hastings.
In stride, never got stopped. Came in, hit the shot in rhythm.
Bardsley for a fadeaway three. No. Reinwald had it, tracked it down. Both teams content to push a little bit. In the lane. Doubled. Spinning. Nowhere to go. 18 in the shot clock. Broncos with the 4-point lead early. Bloom on the drive this time. tries to feed it in the middle to Lena. Taken away. That was a last touch by the Nebraska Wesleyan. It's going to be a nifty pass if they can hook up, but that's threading the needle there from Thompson.
Lots of chatter going on.
Keithan Karn checks in. Sitting down is Blake Reitz.
I was gonna say probably a good bet to get Reese out of there. There was a lot of chatter going up and down the court there. Maybe just don't want to get him to get into quick foul trouble just for getting fired up.
Broncos patient here in this set. 19 in the shot clock. Thompson reaches in as they tried to get it to Tobin Reinwald. With the first foul on Thompson, third on the Prairie Wolves. First sub off the bench, Connor Musial, a North Star product for the Broncos.
He'll get his right arm left, kind of just around the waist, and
tried to lob it in, no one home. Thompson has a 2-on-1. Fakes the pass, lays it up and in. Thompson has all 5 for Nebraska Wesleyan earlier. Here comes the Broncos. Spin move, off glass, good for Lena.
Well, I think you like that if you're Hastings. You don't want to get into an up and down game with Wesleyan.
Thompson throws that one up. They'll go to the line for a pair.
Flurry of activity here. A little jump stop in the lane, threw his body in. Defender didn't get into position in time to be able to draw the charge there.
Second foul early on Bloom. As Thompson steps to the line. So Bloom will have to sit down. That brings Jake Hansen, another freshman from Omaha Gross, off the bench. Thompson, a 72% free throw shooter on the season, males and both. Still the only Prairie Wolf to score. Transition bucket, up and a travel, no. Foul first. So it's going to be Keithan Karn, the guilty party.
Looked like a shuffle of the feet there before the foul.
Might have got away with it. He called it on the ground. Karn with his first. Check that. Fouls on Miller. This is up and in for Reinwald. Miller, haven't seen a ton of Jake Miller. Even though the bench goes fairly deep for Coach Wellman. So 1 of 2 for Lena. Whistle and a hold first, no shot. They're locking it down early here at Snyder Arena.
Yeah. Boy, it sure feels like Hastings should be out to a bigger lead than 3. It's got to be a positive for if you're Nebraska Wesleyan. That's one way to do it.
Coach Wellman talked about it in the girls' game. We talked in halftime. All these teams they have coming up here, teams they beat the first time. So, you know, revenge may be on the mind of the Broncos a little bit here. Thompson inside. Miller up and under. Left hand, lost it. Battle for it. Thompson back to Bardsley. And a reach and foul first.
We're gonna run out of players in this thing at this pace.
Austin picks up his first here, and the officials get together. Make sure they know what's going on. Student section harassing them there is out of bounds. Miller with the turnover, the 6'2" junior out of Steamboat Springs. Full court pressure now from the Prairie Wolves. Little token man pressure here. Austin. Trying to work inside. Lena. Up and under, nowhere to go. Kicked it out. 3 on the way from Musial, no good. Miller with the board. So you come into this game expecting lots of offensive numbers. So far, nothing. Taken away. Steal by Lena. In transition, nowhere to go. Fade away jumper from 15, up and in for Musial.
Just a frenetic pace right now. Not a whole lot of flow to the game. Just kind of a lot of getting up and down the court, though.
Try to go back door for Bardsley.
A lot of passes that probably were there the first time are not there tonight.
Good take. Right hand. Tobin Reinwald, he has 4, and it's 14-7. All of a sudden, Broncos on top. Timeout on the floor. Nebraska Wesleyan trails it early. Back with more after this.
You should pick Wesleyan because
it's a school that whatever you want to be in life, you can certainly do it.
I wanted a small school, small campus where I could be one-on-one with my professors.
It's just like one big family. Not to mention the kind of education she gets is wonderful.
I didn't apply to any of the schools. I know Wesleyan was the one that I wanted to come to.
We want you to come join us and be part of the Prairie Wolf family and be a part of the tradition of success.
All kinds of characters in the crowd there. I think Ron Burgundy might be Jesus himself. It's hard to tell.
I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, that's.
Sometimes I'm glad we don't have a telestrator. They have fun down there. There's no doubt in that.
It's a little chilly to be going sans shirt, though. Got a few referees down there, too.
Everybody's a referee. Come on, you know that. Nebraska Wesleyan trying to claw their way back in here. They trail by 7 early on. Gieselman trying to fight his way through, had it taken away by Brandon Kraus. Austin will control things for the Broncos out top. Inside they go. Kraus fades from 6, off back iron, no, rebound to Card.
Got to get Bardsley going.
14 in the final 4 minutes. Last time out, so he'll heat up at some point. Kick out to Karn, 3 on the way, back iron, no. Tried to keep it around, Miller was the last to touch it. Reese back in, Miller will get a breather. It's like a little 2-2-1 full court press here. Austin lobs over the top of it, 2-on-2. Spin in the lane, threw it away. Got tied up at his own feet, did Musial. Gieselman reads the break, had it poked away. Players scrambling all over. 2-on-1, good take. Foul first. Not even a shot, they'll say.
That was just a strange 30 seconds of play there. You had the scramble on the floor here, and it looks like, oh, Wesleyan's going to come out of there with this, and then it gets poked up, and then all of a sudden, oh, wait, now it's a 2-on-1 going the other way, and
Bardsley gets tied up. Alex Thayer checks in. Austin with a breather. Thompson sits down, and Paul Newby's in for Nebraska Wesleyan.
Who's going to be the spark plug for the Wesleyan offense to get them going?
Off the inbounds, missed it point blank that time. Jake Hansen, another freshman. A lot of young players for Coach Gavers. Gieselman thought about a shot, instead inside to Reese. He missed it. Karn took it away from Reese that time, and everyone just not quite synced up here early in this one. Last touch by Nebraska Wesleyan. Coach Wellman says, I thought it was touched.
Get together and get it right.
Take a look here. And it did go off the arm of Musial. So Nebraska Wesleyan, we've been stuck at 14-7 here for a while. Hand check. Be the 6th team foul on the Broncos.
I think Bardsley wanted to catch that and go up with it right away, but kind of caught it in an awkward position, decided just to drive there and drew the foul.
Kraus, the guilty party. 5th team foul, on Hastings.
Yeah, being the bonus here before we get to the 10-minute mark.
Gieselman muscles his way into the lane, off glass and in. Travis Gieselman with his first bucket. It's a 5-point game. Newby gets the steal after the hand from Bardsley, off glass and in.
Maybe that'll get Bardsley going from deep here.
Another touch by Karn. Little 4-0 run, just like that.
It's got this crowd going at least back into it. I think the crowd was kind of sensing the same thing we were. There's just a little bit off something about the game, so get a couple turnovers there.
Well, they're used to Nebraska Wesleyan having about 42 points by now. 11-14. It's back in the Stone Ages for Nebraska Wesleyan. They've been shooting, at such a hot clip here at home.
Yep.
They didn't miss until this point the last time we were here. 3 from Musial, no. Hold on the Broncos. Kraus, the guilty party, he has 2. 6 team fouls. Next whistle, either way, is 1-1.
Saving grace if you're Nebraska Wesleyan is that Hastings gone ice cold.
Man-to-man for the Broncos. Newby with the dribble. He'll jack up the 3. Off iron, no.
But it seems to be long tonight.
Hastings pushes the tempo a little bit. Now they'll reset. Lob it inside, all alone. Callahan for 2.
Mismatch on the switch.
Newby on the kick out. Gieselman's been active going towards the basket. He leaves that one for Paul Newby.
That
junior.
looks like Wesleyan.
Second 3-point basket of the night. It's a 2-point game. Reinwald calling for a screen. Instead, he gets Callahan coming up. Hold foul on Bardsley, trying to fight through there. 2 on Bardsley.
Got his left hand in there and got a little bit tied up.
Missed the first. Timeout by Coach Gavers. He wants to slow this thing down, settle his team down, and get on the same page. We'll pause as well. 2-point game.
What excites me is being able to build something that isn't there. We're not about following the norm, we're about creating.
New concepts, they're always in the back of my head. The burger place that everybody wants it to be.
It just went crazy, but it wasn't at a point that we knew it could fully support a new adventure.
Sebastian's Table is everything I love about food. So Union Bank willing to take on a restaurant and give us a chance. We know there's always somebody there who will back us if we want to do something new.
We don't want to slow down. We're ready to keep rolling.
So the Hastings faithful across the way. First time these two teams met, it was 109-96. Nebraska Wesleyan with victory out in Hastings. That's the most points the Broncos have scored all year, and it was in that loss to the Prairie Wolves. Newby got a hand on it and then off of Musial. Musial looked like he was going to lose his mind there for a minute. Decided better of saying something to the official, I think. Calmed himself down. Take a look. And he dribbled it out.
I don't know if it was so much on the official or it was
himself.
Personally, yeah. I can't believe I just did that kind of thing.
Wesleyan trying to tie it up or take the lead with a 3. Tie it up with a Gieselman 2. All the way up for Callahan. A little too tall. That's hard to do with 6'7" Drew Callahan.
Three-quarter court pass there just was a little too strong.
And Coach Gavers, you see him on the sideline, says slow it down.
Yeah, you're playing exactly into what Wesleyan wants to do. They want to get up and down the court. They want to play a high-scoring game.
Thompson pull up 3. Left it short. Callahan with the board. Outlet to Austin. Bloom off glass, no, tapped around. Gieselman with a two-hand pass leads Bardsley perfectly off glass and in.
Just looks like Wesleyan settled into the game and Hastings now looks like the uncomfortable team.
11-2 run by Nebraska Wesleyan here. They trailed 14-7. Now with the 2-point lead. Reinwald leaves a 3 short. Ball still on the floor, jump ball. An emphatic jump ball. Goes to the Broncos on the alternating possession.
Prairie Wolves.
Prairie Wolves, excuse me.
It's just a helping
no one
hand
was
getting
letting
up.
go of that one. Low-scoring affair, defensive affair here so far early. Bardsley has a couple buckets, both off turnovers. That time he fades in the lane and hits the jumper from about 8 feet.
He's starting to feel it a little bit. It's not a good sign if you're a Bronco fan.
4-point lead now for Nebraska Wesleyan, their largest of the game. Backside help came. Looking on a 13-2 run now. And the run, really, a lot of it triggered because of some defense. There's another turnover by the Broncos. Thompson pushes, but doesn't really have any numbers. 3 for Gieselman will rip the twine. And that draws another timeout from the Hastings bench. Nebraska Wesleyan 23, Hastings 16. Back with more.
Hi, I'm Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy, and I wanted to share a hot tip about keeping warm in the wintertime. Instead of turning up your thermostat, turn on a portable space heater. After all, why heat your whole house when you only want the room you're in to be warm and toasty? Oh, that's too toasty. Don't touch that, Gracie. For more energy-saving tips like this, visit us at les.com or do a search for LES Video Vault on YouTube. We'll see you next time.
Nebraska Wesleyan. Some sharp shooting from Gieselman to push them out to the 23-16 lead. A 16-2 run.
Shockingly not the actual officials.
Hard to believe.
That's not GPAC attire.
Fans out in the crowd taking in a lot of Nebraska kids playing here tonight in this one for both squads.
Good looking crowd. I mean,
solid
about
crowd
75%
tonight.
full. I mean, that's a good, solid crowd for a midweek game.
A lot on the line here, and Coach Wellman's squad maybe has the campus and a little bit of this Lincoln area buzzing with that high-powered offense. And Mr. Player of the Week, Trey Bardsley.
Everybody loves offense.
Callahan for a 3. You bet. Drew Callahan says, I can step out, knock it down. He has 5.
That's what Hastings needed to just kind of stem that run by Wesleyan there.
Gieselman gets to the rack on Callahan. freshman that time just a step behind Gieselman the whole way. First foul on Callahan, and Gieselman, if Bardsley's the quiet one, Gieselman is the face of this emotional, energetic Wesleyan squad. Hits the free throw.
He's starting to feel it a little bit.
10 points here.
If 2 or 3 scorers start to get hot for Wesleyan, that's when they start getting into the ridiculous offensive numbers.
7-point lead after trailing by 7. Solid defense on this end. Austin with a deep 3, left it short. Callahan the putback. He got it to go. Drew Callahan with a third of the points for the Broncos. Thompson spot up 3 short. Gieselman hustles to it, but not able to track down that long rebound.
It's the look they were trying for, just left it short.
Break the press easily. Ooh, little Euro step into the lane and in. Reinwald has 6. Coach Wellman just shakes his head a little. Thought maybe, as the fans did here, that there was an extra step. Karn for 3, you bet. Six-point lead. Callahan, Reinwald in the lane. All of a sudden, it's up and down, and it's a track meet.
You're trading 3s for 2s here, so you're okay with that if you're Wesleyan.
Karn, a heat check.
Not
Bloom
quite
gets
that
it out
far
for Reinwald. Spins in the lane. And will it be on Thompson or Stein? Stein's the guilty party, his first. 2 coming up for Reinwald. Good spin. Thompson actually had a nice block from behind.
Hey, at least like if they're going to go to the hole and going to draw the foul, at least keep it from being the 3-point play.
Free throws up and good. Trying to get it down to a 2-point game. He does. Just like that, Wesleyan already into their offense. Gieselman faces up, takes the jumper from 16.
Showing you all 3 facets of his game right now.
Callahan for a 3, in and out. Second chance here for Bloom. And a timeout on the floor by Coach Wellman. We'll pause as well.
What excites me is being able to build something that isn't there. We're not about following the norm, we're about creating.
New concepts, they're always in the back of my head. The burger place that everybody wants it to be.
It just went crazy, but it wasn't at a point that we knew it could fully support a new adventure.
Sebastian's Table is everything I love about food. So Union Bank willing to take on a restaurant and give us a chance. We know there's always somebody there who will back us if we want to do something new.
We don't want to slow down. We're ready to keep rolling.
Student section here from Snyder Arena. The pace has picked up a bit, 31-29 after a slow start in that first 10 minutes. The next 5 have been a little bit more the style we remember from the last couple times out here in Nebraska Wesleyan. Man-to-man this time by the Broncos. They've kept Bardsley at bay for the most part. Thompson in the corner. Back to Bardsley. They lost him this time. 3's up and in. So just like that, I said they keep him at bay, and he buries a triple.
He's been quiet here for about 2 minutes. Just hadn't had a shot, so.
Nice pass down low. Good reverse by Callahan. But again, trading 2s for 3s. Bardsley, good nice job by Bardsley. Thompson goes to the rack. A lot of contact. Last touch by the Prairie Wolves. Had his position, stayed up, verticality.
Yeah, and The problem usually is they fall forward, India. I don't think Jesus or the Penguin agreed with the no call there, but I thought it was a good no call.
It's that token pressure here to slow down Hastings. 3-point lead for the Prairie Wolves, 4:44. Go inside. Reinwald's been steady all night. Gets another 2 there.
You like that matchup if you're Hastings. You got the height matchup, plus you're going at the top scorer for Nebraska West.
Thompson in the lane, somehow split the double. Karn got it back, and a foul first. It's going to go on Musial. It's going to be his first, I believe. But 1-1 here. Take a look. Split the double. And then right there, a little too much, forcing him out of bounds. Karn might have got away with one of the rebound. Karn steps to the line. .8% shooter on the season. Point number 4 for him. Knocked down a big triple. Well, they're all big for Wesleyan. Hits them both. 5 on the night for Karn. Broncos a little out of sorts the last couple possessions. See if they settle in, get a good set here. Reinwald's been the answer as of late. Callahan was working hard down low. Austin, baseline, nowhere to go. Kick out for Reinwald. And he does it from downtown as well. Reinwald with 15 on the night. All knotted up just like that. Trying to get Bardsley an open look at it. Kicks it out to Thompson. Baseline.
Wasn't able to catch that one in rhythm.
Miller finds Thompson. Head fake, got it to go. Thompson in double digits. One short at 9. Musial. Reinwald, can he do back-to-back trips? No. Callahan battled, last to touch it. Reese checks back in, as does Newby. That'll bring up Zach Lena. And he'll give Callahan a breather. Newby's been on the bench for a while, kind of loosening up out there.
You know, as much as Wesleyan struggled offensively, we're still almost on pace to get over your 90 points that you want offensively.
There's a runner by Bardsley. Austin against Bardsley. Inside, Reinwald was working hard, but a good job by Newby on the switch. Bardsley. Reese, 19 on the shot clock. Karn, a threat from beyond the arc. To Miller, he'll pull up for a 3, and he'll drain it. We haven't seen a lot of Jake Miller. He steps in just like everyone else, says, I can knock it down from there too.
Why not? Everybody else on the team hits threes.
43-36, it was just tied, now it's a 7-point lead, just like that. Bloom hangs in the lane, can't get it to go. Lena with the putback. Newby behind the back. Jets run a little offense here. Jumper from 15, you bet. Newby with 5 on the night. You don't know where it's going to come from with this Prairie Wolf attack. Going inside again. Lena against Reese. Puts it on the floor. Musial, the lefty, fires it up. No good. 7-point lead. Trying to extend here. Bardsley. Inside. Reese, head fake. Kick out. 3 on the way from Miller. No. Offensive putback. Reese, yes. First bucket of the night for Reese. And it's a 9-point lead with 65 seconds left.
If you're Hastings, you just got to get a bucket here. You don't need a three. You just want to get something to just kind of stop the.
Yeah, and it's been such a game of runs here in the first half.
Hastings just needs to get back to what they were doing early in the game, getting those good sets. Had a lot of good looks. Haven't seen many of those lately.
Foul's going to be on Karn, his second, and that'll put Reinwald, I believe, to the line. Trey Kloster checks in. Karn gets a breather. Reinwald. Knocks it down. He's smooth from the line. Trying to make it 4 for 4, and he does. Jake Hansen checks back in. Freshman from Omaha Gross. Only 2 kids not from Nebraska on the Broncos roster. Reese kick it out. 3 on the way, no. Rebound. A hold on Sundquist. Last 40 seconds. We're trading free throws here as we wind down the half. Shot clock is now off.
And we can still get 3 trips in here.
Off back iron. No good that time. For Hansen. Gieselman returns. He has 1 foul. Knocks the second one down. Within 6 here. Bardsley brings it up. See if they play for 1 here at the end.
Be shocking to see.
Bardsley with a 5-second count on, does get rid of it. Gieselman puts it on the deck. Back to Bardsley, 10 on the clock. In the lane, high floater, you bet. 3 at the buzzer, good if it goes.
Oh!
Krause ends the half with the triple. Salvages a little bit there at the end for Hastings. They trail by 5, 49-44. Take a look. Beats it plenty of time and rips the cords to end the half. Prairie Wolves on top, 49-44. We'll be back with GPAC Commissioner Corey Wester after this.
You should pick Wesleyan because
It's a school that whatever you want to be in life, you can certainly do it.
I wanted a small school, small campus where I could be one-on-one with my professors.
It's just like one big family. Not to mention the kind of education she gets is wonderful.
I didn't apply to any of the schools. I know Wesleyan was the one that I wanted to come to.
We want you to come join us and be part of the Prairie Wolf family and be a part of the tradition of success.
What excites me is being able to build something that isn't there. We're not about following the norm, we're about creating.
New concepts, they're always in the back of my head. The burger place that everybody wants it to be.
It just went crazy, but it wasn't at a point that we knew it could fully support a new adventure.
Sebastian's Table is everything I love about food. So Union Bank willing to take on a restaurant and give us a chance. We know there's always somebody there who will back us if we want to do something new.
We don't want to slow down. We're ready to keep rolling.
Hi, I'm Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy, and I wanted to share a hot tip about keeping warm in the wintertime. Instead of turning up your thermostat, turn on a portable space heater. After all, why heat your whole house when you only want the room you're in to be warm and toasty? Oh, that's too toasty. Don't touch that, Gracie. For more energy-saving tips like this, visit us at les.com or do a search for LES Video Vault on YouTube. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back at halftime of the men's contest tonight, joined by GPAC Commissioner Corey Westra. It's an exciting year in the GPAC. It's the 15th year the conference has been in existence, and some exciting things coming up in the future as well. Talk a little bit about what's been going on in this 15th year.
Yeah, absolutely, Lucas. Great to be with you here tonight at Nebraska Wesleyan. 15 years of the GPAC. Started back in 2000 when the old Nebraska-Iowa Athletic Conference expanded, and now here we are 15 years later, celebrated a lot of milestones over those 15 years, both academically and athletically. We've got the 20 NAIA national champions. We've got the 1 NCAA Division III men's golf championship for Nebraska Wesleyan. You know, those have been great milestones in our league history, but we've also celebrated over 500 scholar athletes last year and in recent years. And we just have 11 great members of the conference, and next year we go to 12, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But outside of losing a member along the way to closure, which was an unfortunate situation, the league has withstood a lot of things and is a really strong group to this day.
And you talk about strong, the women's basketball in this league, the men's basketball is here, the ranked teams every week. We're going to add another women's member next year, College of St. Mary. They have a ranked basketball team this year, so they're hoping to come in, step right in and be competitive. Talk about adding College of St. Mary.
Yeah, probably should have consulted the women's basketball coaches before that move, but in all reality, it is a great move for our conference to get College of St. Mary out of Omaha into the league next year. They just bring us so many things. They bring us a great school, first of all. A great school for nursing, occupational therapy. Those are really their two main academic programs. They bring some strong programs to the league. Obviously, their women's basketball program is in the top 20 right now in the NAIA. But they also bring us the Omaha market, which we are tremendously excited about. We've been around Omaha. We've got, Fremont. We've got Lincoln. We've got Seward. We've got all these Nebraska towns, which have been great. But to penetrate the Omaha market, we're really excited about that, and we couldn't be prouder that CSM joins us as our 12th member next fall.
Before we let you go here, the events coming up, we have the indoor track championships just down the road in Seward here. First year in their new facility out there.
Yeah, they've been wanting to host it for a while. It hasn't worked out. We were at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for a long time, I think 7 years in a row. Have not been able to get into Devaney for a couple of years now. Doane did it last year. Now Concordia will have their turn this year. They're tremendously excited to host it. It's a great facility at Walls Arena there. So that'll be coming up on the 20th and 21st. Of course, heading down the stretch run of the basketball season, both women and men have been so competitive. The men's side specifically, we're looking at a four-headed monster right now in this league. 4 teams in the top 25. The women have 4 teams in the top 25. Been a great year on the basketball courts. And then, of course, wrestling has been super competitive as well. And, of course, last week we had cheer and dance as well. So the offerings continue. We have 19 championship sports, and we have 20 with the invitational sport. It's been a great 15 years this year specifically in the conference.
Thanks for stopping by. You can follow the GPAC online, gpacsports.com for more. We'll be back with second half action after this.
You should pick Wesleyan because
it's a school that whatever you want to be in life, you can certainly do it.
I wanted a small school, small campus where I could be one-on-one with my professors.
It's just like one big family. Not to mention the kind of education she gets is wonderful.
I didn't apply to any of the schools. I know Wesleyan was the one that I wanted to come to.
We want you to come join us and be part of the Prairie Wolf family and be a part of the tradition of success.